One option for adding color to your spacesuit is watercolor paint. Before you paint, if you want to do anything with metallic markers to add some designs on your suit, that's one thing that I'm going to do here. I would just do this before you use paint. So remember that astronaut suits are mostly white. But if you want to add a couple of details of color in like some of the little notches or knobs or straps, metallic markers are a great way to go with that. So I'm going to do a little bit with this blue metallic on the helmet just to add a little pop of color into your astronaut suit. Then once you're done, if you want to just add a helmet that is dark where you cannot see your face, an option for you is using watercolor paint. So it's going to be dark and mostly black. And what I would do is take my brush, touch into the water, and this is the space that we're filling in. So this is like the glass that an astronaut would look out, and I'm going to fill this entire space with water first. This will make it a little bit faster and easier to fill in. Then I'm going to touch my brush into the water again and swirl into my black watercolor paint and fill this with black. Now it's not going to be like a really dark black, and that's okay. This is glass, we want it to look reflective. So parts of it you can have be really nice and dark, and then you also are going to want to have an area where it's like shiny. So I'm going to kind of cover this side with black and then leave this area white. And instead of filling it all in with black, I'm going to use, I'm not going to clean out my brush like perfectly, but I'm going to use some bluish metallic paint. You could do a different metallic color, and then I'm going to just kind of blend that into the black to make this lighter area, and you could overlap it more if you wanted to. And then that way we have this lighter spot because that's where like the light of the stars from the window are going to be hitting the astronaut helmet and the glass to make it brighter. Now, if I want my black to be darker, maybe towards the bottom of the glass or further away from the light source, which is the window, I would just go and touch into my black paint a little bit more and fill in these areas with that, going slowly, try not to get out of the lines, but leaving some of this white and then adding some of this metallic paint. So you can see where I have a little extra pool of water. If that is pooling up, you can kind of dab it up too. One other thing you could do, so I just took some water with a paper towel. One other thing you can do too is if you would accidentally go over and fill in the white and you didn't mean to, once it's dry, we could go and take like a white oil pastel and make a highlight there too. Okay, so the only area we're really going to paint is that spot, and then when it dries, it's going to look shiny and reflective, and having that dark to light, and it's going to look 3D.